as it played when Pakistan and the West Indies played here. And as we know, this Mark Waugh in particular is a very good stroke player. Batted so well during the World Cup.
It's fine. May not cut this off. He does. It's a good job. Griffith's a good fieldsman. Once again, Bishop just straying onto the pads of Mark Waugh. In the air and safe. Beautifully played over mid-on. Mark Waugh, very strong onside player, picks up the first boundary. He's prepared to go over the infield early on. He just cannot stray onto his pads.
Very strong on the onside, Mark Waugh rather. Ball not necessarily on the leg stump. The ball pitching pretty much in line with the stumps, but just drifting in towards the pads, and that's all he needs.
Six runs off the over from Ian Bishop once again. It's none for 16. It's nicely played by Mark Waugh. He gets a square enough to pick up two. Bishop this time pitching short. Poor ball, great shot. Beautifully played, this time forward a point. Bishop all over the ship at the moment. Second boundary of the day.
Struggled quite a lot in the game against Pakistan on Friday, Ian Bishop, and things haven't changed. Much too wide. Lots of room to play the cut shot, and Mark Waugh played it well. He did well in front of square, 4 comfortable runs. Well played.
Excellent shot there from Mark Waugh. Striking the ball very nicely. The right-hander.
Obviously, when they first made this pitch, they were rolled in, but as it's dried out, they've come out a little bit, and it's those little runners that will help the. Obviously, when they first made this pitch, they were rolled in, but as it's dried out, they've come out a little bit, and it's those little runners that will help the spinners, more just gripping on them and turning a bit more. Oh, he's got him. Yes, he's done it again. That's the way he's got out so often, trying to force that ball through on the offside, and he does it always after he's been in there for just a little while. So Taylor dragging that one on from Ambrose, and once again out for 18.
That's a blow for the Australians, and it's a big confidence boost for West Indies. It'd be impossible to say that Taylor was full of stroke playing form out there this morning, but that we could replay the other dismissals of the summer, and I reckon you'd find his feet in precisely the same position. All that much wrong with the stroke. He was there with his weight on the back foot, the back part of both feet, but just about identical with every other replay of the summer. Taylor bowled by Ambrose, first blood to the West Indies, and the 63 on the board.
So Stuart Law coming in at number 3. He's been batting in this position since he's come back into this Australian side. A lovely free-flowing stroke maker. And with a bit of luck today, we'll see a few more of those lovely straight drives that he plays so well. He's out there because Mark Taylor has been bowled by Ambrose for 18. It took a little while to get those 18 as well. 55 balls in all. So he's got a strike rate in this innings of 32. So it was a pretty slow innings by Mark Taylor. Obviously trying to gather a bit of form. But as soon as he tries to force that ball on the offside, he drags it back so often. Well, it's well played. That's going to run away to the fence. Yes, it's beautifully hit. That's a lovely shot. It was outside off stump. And Stuart Law waited for it and really did time it beautifully. This reminds me a little bit of the Gabba. They put on 145 in 148 balls. Have a look at this shot.
Nicely over the top of that ball. Played it down very well. The outfield is just as fast, but it'll be a bit faster than was the case on Friday in the game between West Indies and Pakistan.
Bounced a bit more. That's good bowling. Wasn't able to keep that one down, but got it wide of Hooper, who's in a deepish gully position waiting for.
Got him, beautiful bowling, superb spell of bowling from Jimmy Adams. It was slow, it was frightened. He deceived the batsman and got the catch.
Always a left-arm orthodox spinner. If he's getting a bit of turn, he must fancy his chances of getting Mark Waugh, because Mark Waugh is such a strong onside player that occasionally it can bring about his downfall. That time, Jimmy Adams got it to just turn enough, get the leading edge. In fact, it's Stuart Law getting the leading edge, and that's well taken. Good catch there from Jimmy Adams. And Adams has done the trick for the West Indies. It's 2 for 92.
आतंकवादियों ने लोगों को in the air, dropped him. I'm not sure whether he got that in the full hands, but certainly it was a catch. I think he put it down. The cry was catch it. Sherwin Campbell, I think, has put him down. Mark Waugh at a crucial stage of this match.
Mark Waugh, I think, looking for the boundary, trying to get it in between the fieldsmen. Instead, he picked out Sherwin Campbell, who did well to get in there, but couldn't hang on to it. Might have just been a little slow getting started.
This time it's Steve Waugh slogging it away. He's coming back for the second. Wide throw, good running. And Sherwin Campbell there was disappointing from Jimmy Adams' point of view, because it was a beautiful piece of bowling, forced a different type of stroke.
He's moving in quickly there and having to make the dive. It goes right through his hands.
When you keep a top batsman tied down, and finally breaks the shackles with a lofted pull.
And that's exactly what Steve Waugh has done there, and that's going to run all the way to the fence, so a very welcome boundary. And the first for 11 overs coming off the bat of Stephen Waugh.
Bishop has been struggling a bit with his line and length in this one, the international again. That was too short, too wide, but I still think he has been bowling a lot better from the members' end than what he did opening up in his first spell, really. First 3 overs he went for 19 runs.
And Stephen Waugh and Mark Waugh looking there for a call of no ball from Terry Prue, who's at square leg. And it didn't come. Would have been very, very close had a direct hit occurred. You would think would need somewhere 240, 250 to be competitive. That's a beautiful shot. Back for 2, trouble. And he's called for the third umpire, but it looks as if Mark Waugh even knows at this stage he was run out. That was a magnificent piece of fielding. Stuart Law is running for Mark Waugh at the moment. He came back for the second. And you can see here, he is looking like he is going to be short of his ground. A magnificent throw. Now, this is difficult. Has that hit the stumps with the ball in his hand? Or did the ball hit the stumps direct? Have another look at it.
I think you'll find that the ball hit the stumps and then Bishop's hand hit the stump as well. This was a very good throw, that's for sure. The throw was perfect. Brian Lara, the man out there in the outfield.
The ball has hit the stumps. But just have a look here. Have a look at his hand. Does the hand break the stumps first? And there's still a bail on there. And he's been given the green light. So the third umpire obviously thinking there that the stumps were broken with the hand of Courtney Walsh prior to the ball hitting them.
Bishop is the man that was by the stumps there, the bowler. But that was a brilliant throw by Brian Lara, that's for sure. The ball is coming in. The ball hits the stump. Well, the umpire is the one who has decided.
That's a cracking shot. Jimmy Adams is the man at deep point. So an anxious moment for Stuart Law, who's running for Mark Waugh at the moment. The hamstring injury. Got him. Stephen Waugh hit the previous delivery straight, went to hit that one squarer, and only succeeded in slicing it straight to the man at point. Adrian Griffith takes the catch.
It's that man Griffith again. He has done so well in the field for the West Indies, whether he has been 12th man or been actually in the final 11. And again, a very good catch. It made this look so simple, Adrian Griffith. It was hit very powerfully, chest high, and he grabbed it quite easily. Third wicket down for Australia. 3 for 147. The ball hits the stump.
Well, going to need to do a lot of running because even though we've had a couple of good overs just lately, Australia need to press on. Tom Moody out in the centre now. He's gone without even troubling the scorers, looking to play the sweep, and he's been caught by Jimmy Adams at square leg.
And Carl Hooper has been sent to bowl from the members' end again, and immediately gets a wicket. Very difficult to hit against the wind. It's a very strong wind blowing from right to left on your side, your screen there, and Jimmy Adams takes a very good catch. Tom Moody elevated in the bat in order to try and improve the scoring rate, up the tempo, but has failed to score. It's 4 for 148.
Michael Bevan is joining his New South Wales teammate Mark Waugh in the centre at the moment. Tom Moody, elevated in the batting order in front of him, has just been dismissed without scoring. 24. He scored off 81 deliveries faced. He's going to need to be a little quicker than that today. Batting to come, Greg Blewett, Ian Healy and Andrew Bickle. But Australia at 4 for 148. Need to score somewhere, you'd imagine, around about 240 to be competitive the way this pitch.
Very dangerous to be fielding out there and not know how to field there. That's the side of the ground where the wind is blowing, the ball's being hit with the breeze. And unless you know about this ground, you get yourself into awful trouble out there by moving in, and suddenly, away she goes.
Yes, you see the misjudgment there. Bishop starts to come in when the ball is hit. Too late, he realises.
Well, it may sound strange, but that was beautifully bowled. It was also magnificently struck by Mark Waugh for 4 for 164. Overs, 1 for 27. Good performance. This time, Bishop. Not tall enough. Very tall, mind you. But not enough.
Well, that's the problem with bowling Jimmy Adams at the members' end. He's spinning from leg to off, and Mark Waugh, when he's hitting over the offside field, is hitting down breeze. The ball carries a lot further on that occasion, back into about the third row. Ian Bishop having learned his lesson, is now staying back when the ball is hit. He waited back, and then started to drop back a pace or two to the fence, but it wasn't far enough. So Jimmy Adams, who's bowled his previous overs from the river end, which I think has suited him better, now he's decided to come over the wicket, and I think he's probably going to direct his attack at around about middle and leg.
Just in that fashion. That's the way it happens, that the breeze here at the ground, Wacky, you need to be hitting with the breeze rather than into it. Mark Waugh has smashed it into the breeze, and it's held up just enough for the fielder to skirt around the boundary edge and drag it in. Mark Waugh out for 92.
Just look what a confident cricketer can do. Jimmy Adams is, every part of his cricket at the moment is bristling with confidence. That's an excellent catch. He had a lot of territory to cover. He's quick and judged it perfectly. A brilliant catch to end an excellent innings from Mark Waugh. It's 5 for 181.
Greg Lewis is the new batsman. Michael Bevan's on 9. Sheridan's 5 for 181, and we're into the 42nd over. Now there's another example of how fast that is in that corner. The fieldsman would have reckoned for all money he had that covered, and it's just raced, just left him standing.
Bevan hit that one pretty well, and when he's in form, he hits the ball into the gaps.
That's well placed. That's very good cricket from Michael Bevan. He's played one, the slightly shorter ball, away and beaten the fielder deep mid-wicket, and now he's used his feet to get down and pick the gap perfectly. There is a long on, but he couldn't get there.
This is more like the Michael Bevan of last season, where he had an enormous strike rate and unbelievable average of almost 200 during the World Series competition.
Beautiful placement again.
Well, he's hit that one into the gap and over the top. That's very well struck, right off the meat of the bat again. That's quite a long boundary down there, but it is downwind. Bevan, when he gets hold of them at the moment, really is doing very well, timing it beautifully, making a big difference at the end of this innings. Great catch, got him. It got off the big outside edge, but did it? Well, perhaps he squeezed it out. Well, umpire Hare says no. It certainly was squeezed out. My initial reaction was that it hit the edge after it hit the ground. That might be 2 in a row that I've got wrong. Let's have another look.
Well, we'll soon know for sure. It's the ground, then the bat, and that's out. Well, the umpires aren't getting it too right at all today.
Yes, well, that was my first reaction, that, well, no doubt that hit the bat. I think umpire Hare was saying it was squeezed out. So the West Indies would be feeling just a little bit frustrated. Certainly when they see the replays, they will. Now, watch the ball very closely here. What umpire Hare was saying, that it was squeezed out from underneath the bat and therefore touched the ground as it went. I thought it hit the edge. Now, here we go. Pitches and then starts to climb. Then hits the bat, and that's the end of that. It should have been. And there's the signal, the squeeze out. I think that's what that means. Now, this is Ambrose continuing. Bevan on strike and playing well. And he's got him. Well, that was a fumble, and it went lightning fast to him as well. Bevan struck it beautifully. Ambrose didn't react at all. I think he was looking down towards the fence. A little juggle, and that was the end of Bevan.
Yes, I think most people were looking towards the mid-wicket boundary for that ball, but that man Griffith again. The brilliant fielder, Adrian Griffith. He's very close in there at mid-wicket, and that ball was hit very powerfully. Look at that. Just fumbled and then held on to it. He has done well in the field, Adrian Griffith, and a very good innings from Michael Bevan. 35 of 32 balls. It's 6 for 217.
So Ian Healy's the new batsman, and he's got a pretty good strike rate. Look at that, 85.1. Average is 21, but he comes in down the order a lot and does a tremendous job here. He's on strike, and they'll need it today again.
No.
And, it's very... Oh, he's hit that one beautifully down the ground. That's gone one bounce into the fence. Well, he advanced down the ground with a short delivery, and he ended up thinking about pulling it away to mid-wicket, but it was onto him quickly and hit it straight down the ground off the meat of the bat. Oh, well played. Beautifully pulled away. He loves that shot. And if you're at home and a youngster who wants to learn how to play a hook shot, just have a look at this. It's beautifully done, and it's done off a bowler who bowls very fast as well. Ambrose getting smashed to the boundary for 4.
Well, I haven't seen Greg Blewett miss this shot too many times in this season. Always looking to come forward, but even when he's forward, he doesn't really go back to play the shot. He just rocks back, puts a bit of weight on the back foot without actually pushing it back, and hits it cleanly behind square.
That's when he's moved his fieldsman just a little finer. Right up in the block. Oh, that's well bowled. Ambrose following through, very nearly collides with Blewett. Just the only question that I ask is that imagine what... Whoops, and that's close. I think he has to ask the question. Yes, he has, and we'll soon find out. It looked as if he was coasting for a second, but the throw was good, right alongside the stumps, which makes a big difference. A direct hit would have been out, but it always takes a little bit of time to drag the ball back onto the stumps. Blewett seems to be happy that he's in.
Adrian Griffith is the man this time beside the stumps again. And it's difficult to see from that angle, but it's very close. Adrian Griffith really took the ball quickly back onto the stumps. Looks as if he's short by perhaps a foot, and that's what the lights say. He's out. They got it right this time.
Yes, he did, and Blewett's played a really good innings as well. It was a quick fire knock, exactly what the Aussie needed. Very, very unselfish. This is it again. Played down the ground, and a direct hit would have had him out by a long way, but they've got to keep going, and of course they did. Here comes the throw right alongside the stumps, and that's well done. So, the end of Greg Blewett, well done. 29 off 17 balls. And it's now 7 for 251. He's got that one away on the offside, and it's gone down through the vacant slip cordon area for 4. Well, he'd settle for that, a few more like that, and they'll be very happy.
Very happy indeed. Still can't see the wisdom of bowling short at times like this. Each time the ball is bowled in the block hole, it's very rarely more than a single. Short balls, they go for 4 in all parts of the ground.
Yes, I think I'd be inclined to follow him a little bit. He's inclined to back away and try and cut it. Go after him that way. He does it again, and he's got that one away too. That's not very clever bowling. He's got to chase him. It was an attempt at a Yorker, but Warren just shows him the stumps a little bit, and he really did get that one off the meat of the bat too. Good shot.
As I said, Shane Warne, no mug with the bat. On this occasion, Curtly Ambrose attempting to go right up, but not quite getting it far enough up. Shane Warne just carving it out to backward point.
He's got to chase him, and of course there's always a chance that Warne will go the other way. This is what he should do now, because I feel certain Ambrose will go after him just outside leg stump. He has, and it's also a slow one, and what's more, it's a no ball.
Possibility of getting into the finals. We've had a good day here so far. A very big crowd, not quite capacity, I suspect, but just about. And they saw a feast of cricket this morning when Mark Taylor won the toss and decided to bat. Taylor himself made 18, took him 55 balls to do it. Mark wore 92, but has torn a hamstring muscle and needed a runner over the last half hour of his innings. Stuart Law 14, Steve Waugh 29, Tom Moody a duck. Moody came into the side to replace Anthony Stewart. And then Bevan and Blewett and Healy and Warne, with quick-fire little partnerships, built the score up to 267. I reckon the Australians had, in the end, 5 overs in hand of what they might have expected to get at the halfway mark. The bowling figures for the West Indies: Ambrose 10 overs, no maiden, 2 for 53, a wicket for Adams and 1 for Hooper. There's quite a bit of spin out there. Shane Warne will be quite interested in that, and Chanderpaul, the other spinner, taking 2 for 16 from 4 overs and no maiden. This is what's needed at the West Indies. Now, bear in mind the West Indies twice in recent times have reached big totals to win, batting second. They beat the Australians up at the Gabba. They beat Pakistan here on Friday. They now need 268 at an asking rate of 5.36. Junior Murray is out there, and it was a case on Friday. I've watched Junior go. He played quite brilliantly. He got the West Indies away to a very good start. Much will depend on him today and on this man, Glenn McGrath, bowling the first ball and producing the first run. In the commentary box now, we have Bill Laurie and Greg Ritchie.
Thank you, Richie Beno. Good afternoon, all. The stage is set for one full run chase here. Shot, flashes away, lightning fast. That's 4. Well, he really went after that. It was thick edge, but it was plenty of bat, high back drift, and it raced away.
Well, this is where Sherwin Campbell is strong in this area. Anything short and outside the off stump, he is going to give a real hammering to. That was a little too close to him to play the cut shot, and that's why the edge went quite fine and too fine for the man at third man to cut it off. But he does really wind up on these shots square of the wicket.
It's because he gets so far back. Get himself that extra time. He rocks back there on the back foot. Oh, that was interesting. Very, very interesting. There was almost a collision. And throw missed the stumps.
We're getting into difficulties here with Michael Bevan, who was so quick to come in. And if that hits the stump, he's going to be out. As you can see there, just short of his ground. Bevan had a good target to throw at. Wasn't all that far away either. They're the sorts of things that Australia must counter on if they're to win this match.
Well fielded, McGully. 7 off the over, none for 10. Whoops, there's a chance if he hits, there's a throw. Hits the batsman. Well, you're prepared to do that. It would have hurt. Good old Sherwin Campbell, but you'd rather get hit than get out. Got it on the hip.
Campbell putting his body on the line.
In the air, but safe through. This will go all the way. They won't get that. So Junior Murray once again doing the job that's required.
This is very, very good batting by Junior Murray. There's not a lot of movement for Glenn McGrath through the air or either off the pitch at the moment. The pitch very dry, good batting strip. And you see here, it's not a half volley, not a lot of use of the feet. He just hits through the line, but his timing is sweet and his placement perfect.
Well, he's prepared to sacrifice himself. He's a good team player. He could easily hold out at mid-off for cover, but he's prepared to try and go over the top or through the gaps. He really did hit that with a lot of bottom hand on the up. This time he chips it nicely. They must go for 2 here. Back comes. Good fielding, but good running.
There's a bit of a hush coming around the crowd. They know just how tight this is going to finish.
Well struck. Oh, good stop. Kicks the boot of McGrath. Hits poor old Sherwin in the head. He's having a bit of a rough trot out there. It was a good stop by McGrath. He threw the boot out and deflected into the shoulder ahead of Sherwin Campbell.
He's hit this pretty well. Glenn McGrath there, and up into the back of the head of Sherwin Campbell. He's copping them in the middle of the back, in the back of the head. Find the lighter side of things, having a bit of a chuckle to himself. He's still out there, though.
Oh, he's got that one away nicely down towards mid-wicket. That's his area. Tom Moody's down there, and he's fumbled it. It's gone for 4. As Moody went down on his knees, and then down came his arms, but he wasn't able to gather it. So another good shot from Junior Murray.
It was very well hit by Junior Murray. He rolled the wrists on it, got it into the ground, but it's downhill and downwind over there. Very difficult for the fielder once he's got a dive. Ball is running so fast, unless you get it right in the middle of the hand, the pace is going to just continue it on its way over the rope.
He's got it away again. That'll be 4. No trouble at all.
On that occasion, he holed out to Tom Moody. You get the feeling that, well, I'm sure the West Indies would hope that he didn't try and do it here today.
Oh, and that'll go all the way to the fence as well. He's playing games with Taylor and his field placing here at the moment. That wasn't a very good ball, actually. Very short, and no one down at square leg. So a bad over for the Aussies. 12 runs from it, no wicket for 55.
Come on, 2.
Yes, he wants 2. Have to be quick because he's got a good arm. Moody's throw coming in just wide of the stumps. Good running between the wickets.
Smart running between wickets, really, because Moody, although he's got a strong arm, he's got to fire it back into that breeze. And it's a throw of anything up to 70, 80 metres. And from that distance into the wind, you're not going to get run out.
Got him. That's well caught. Beautifully done. Little top edge, I think it was. Taylor went behind the wicketkeeper. He is a good catcher. It went over the top of Healy's head. He didn't know where it was. Taylor, with his eye on the ball, must have lost it and then picked it up again and went diving with 2 hands to his left. They needed that wicket. Warner's got one for them.
Excellent bowling from Shane Warne. Went a little wider on the crease, pushed it down leg side. It looks as though it might have just been a little top edge or maybe even the back of the bat. And Sherwin Campbell looks ruefully at the bat. Shane Warne, a good reward there. He really has put in for Australia. West Indies 1 for 60.
So the Prince himself, Brian Lara, striding to the crease. This time he's got to face up to Shane Warne. And don't forget, too, that McGrath is in the side as well. Well, they love to get him out. He's on back-to-back centuries, and this is the delivery that got him out there.
Warne was really trying everything. Went a little wider on the crease there. Maybe that was even a glove that just slowed it up enough. Good anticipation by Mark Taylor getting across to take a good diving catch.
It's a good stroke. Slower ball, and Junior Murray hopped into it straight away and smashed it down the ground. I reckon Sherwin Campbell will continue to be West Indies' opening batsman with Junior Murray, Michael.
In the test matches, Rich?
Yes, indeed. He seems to be playing in very orthodox fashion today. Lots of good stroke play, but nothing too dramatic. By the man at mid-wicket. Very, very good wicket for the Australians. Law has grabbed it. Bevan has bowled it. And the second wicket is down.
Spinners have struck again. Short ball, and Junior Murray looking to hammer that one through the mid-wicket region. Made it look quite simple, Stuart Law. It's 2 for 80.
Shivnarine Chanderpaul is the new batsman. Great tension around this ground now. It's not a capacity crowd, but it's a big crowd. Around the 20,000 mark, I would think. And the game the Australians must win, or they're not in the finals. Still might not be if they win it, but at least they've given themselves an opportunity. 2 for 80. Bevan's just taken a wicket. Another.
And caught. No, dropped. I thought he was going to get it even at the second attempt. Glenn McGrath there, he'll be disappointed. He thought he had Lara LBW in the last over. Now he's dropped him.
He went up a little early, Glenn McGrath. He thought it was coming faster at him. Lara just sliced it. You see him go up a little too early. He was on the way down when he should have really been at the top and couldn't grab it on the second go. But that could be a crucial one.
Umpire's unimpressed with the LBW appeals.
You just get the feeling that something was going to give. Chanderpaul looking at a couple of windy whooshes. Lara looking to get on with it. McGrath up just a little too early. He's a tall man. Very good attempt. He just went a little too early. Very difficult one.
Yeah.
Nice placement there from Lara.
Rate required.
Straight through Glenn McGrath's hands. I'm not sure whether he got a touch on it. It was hit pretty hard, and he was at full stretch. I don't think anybody could blame McGrath for that one. That's well placed. That's an excellent shot from Shivnarine Chanderpaul. So that was 1 for 60, 2 for 80. Good early call from Shivnarine Chanderpaul. Now the umpire was moving away to get into position. Didn't have a good view of that, so he's called for the replay. Chanderpaul got off to a good start, but it's going to be very, very close.
Stuart Law's been very, very good in the field for Australia. And he's got a strong arm, gets to this ball quickly, and more importantly, gets rid of it pretty quickly. Chanderpaul not in the frame as yet, and he's gone. That is an excellent piece of cricket from Stuart Law. The red light's there, and the breakthrough comes for Australia. The important wicket of Chanderpaul, who's been playing very, very well. And he's out, run out, and the Australians in the centre ecstatic at the fall of that wicket. An excellent piece of cricket from Stuart Law. A direct hit, and Chanderpaul short of his ground. Disappointment for him. Run out. 3 for 165.
Jimmy Adams is at the non-striker's end. He's been in good form of late. Suddenly found his touch in the Melbourne Test match, and he's continued on in the Carlton United series in good form. Caught. So Jimmy Adams' run of good form is finished here at the Wacker. Well caught, Steve Waugh.
Well, the local boy Tom Moody, they're standing here at the Wacker cheering him because he's got the breakthrough once again for Australia. Jimmy Adams is the man who slices this one to Stephen Waugh. Very safe hands in the gully. Doesn't get his feet to it. Very easy chest high to Stephen Waugh. He doesn't miss those. And Tom Moody picks up the wicket. So Jimmy Adams is followed off with the duck. West Indies lose their 4th wicket. 4 for 168.
Carl Hooper, who has been indisposed in this match, now comes to the crease with the West Indies needing something pretty special from either he or Lara, or perhaps both. In the commentary position now, Richie Beno with Tony Gregg.
Thanks, Ian. Yes, and off the mark with a quick single. We think that's the last ball. Yes, it is. 4 runs and 2 wickets in the over. 4 for 169. So
you've got 3 bowlers, Law, Moody and Warne. And that's out. Moody has another one. It hung up there for a long time, and I thought the fielder was hanging back for a long time as well, but eventually got it down around his bootstraps. That is another vital one for Moody and Australia.
Yes, that was Glenn McGrath coming in off that boundary. We've seen him drop one, and so just watch him come in here. He did look a little bit slow, and he caught it eventually, only about a foot off the ground. But it brought a smile to his face, I can tell you that. So Glenn McGrath has taken the catch, and they didn't need this, the West Indies. Hooper's out, and the West Indies now are 5 down. In fact, they're 6 down for 179. He's hit that one straight down the ground, and that's beaten the fieldsman, so he's got a boundary away. Well, at last, Lara has got one away to the fence, and that would be a bit of a relief to him. Well, he's going to have to do it on his own now, or almost on his own. He's been there for a long time, and this is the first time he's really middled one away down the ground.
For Samuels, who's in there with him, was a bit of a dasher.
Over.
5 for 183.
It's in the air. Is this going all the way? This has gone. Yes, it's gone all the way. That's much better. Well, this is more like the Lara that we know. And if he can keep smashing these, then who knows what he could do. And he's got stuck into that one, and that's gone way over the boundary. A lovely shot. Amazing that all of a sudden he's starting to turn it on now. He should have done this a while ago. Down the wicket he goes again. There's a man down at square leg. I'll pick this one up. Will he come back for the second? Yeah, he will. This will be his 50. That's 50 to Brian Lara. Well, he's got 50, but he's taken 86 balls to get it.
It's a measure of how well the Australians bowled to him early on, that they were able to keep him tied down. That was a magnificent 6. He was sort of hitting across the breeze. He didn't have the breeze with him.
That's in the air. This is going to be out caught, or it's going to go for 6. It's gone all the way onto the roof. That's a big one. First ball from Warne. Smash straight over the top of mid-on for 6. Well, that little gap's closing up now. And who's on fire? None other than the Prince himself. Watch this one. Whack, and he certainly hit that one right off the meat. And where did it go? Oh, about 10 rows back, that's all. And almost through that door as it opened up. There he goes again. That's another big one. That's all the way as well. That's a 6-2. That's 12 off 2 balls. Well, I want to keep a really close look on the watch on this runs and balls. Lovely shot it was. Watch this. Here he goes.
Magnificent stuff. 2 hits, 12 runs.
Down the wicket he goes again. Well, that time he didn't miss it. They're looking for 2, though. Be careful. Here he comes. Here comes the throw. This is going to be close. Too high. 14 off 3 balls. Things are starting to happen here at the Wacker. The West Indian Prince is going for it. And who's he going after? None other than Shane Warne. Oh, he smashed that one away. And that's gone all the way to the fence. Well, that's he's got 2 up there, but that one just short of a length. And that's the one area that's not protected. Got that one away, and that'll go into the gap as well. That's beautifully played. Smashed it away, just wide of the fieldsman down there. This is such a fast outfield. Warne frustrated. 8 runs off 4 balls. Lara really smashing it.
And problem number 46 looming for Taylor. Someone has to bowl the last over at the end, from which Warne's bowling now. He's got Law and Bickle, who could bowl one of the next 2 overs at that end.
Well, that's into the gap as well, and that'll go all the way for 4 as well. That's beautifully played. Well, that looked to me like the flipper. And he really has got onto that very quickly. It's not easy. Let's see if we can pick this one.
Yes, it was, and it was dealt with beautifully. Lara might have been waiting for it. Now then, Taylor and Warne having a chat. Not so much because he's being belted, because...
He's whipped that away. That's into the gap too. That could go for 4 more. Moody dropping far too short. And all of a sudden, the West Indies are in front as far as the runs required are concerned. And this will be a magnificent win if they get there. I don't think Mark Taylor can believe what's happening. And when Lara hit that first ball for Warne over long on for 6, the whole tempo changed. And that's overhead. They get 2. Good running. 8 of 4 balls from Tom Moody. And the pressure mounting here for the Australian bowlers and fieldsmen. The wickets in hand are 5 from 2 bat. And he ships it into the gap at point, just the single. Well, it's a big assignment for Andy Bickle too, playing his second one-day international, to bowl under this sort of pride. What a turnaround. Got it away, bounce. 4. So all of the pressure's off, so he's going to go for boundaries, is Brian Lara. If they keep going like this, will be over before the 50th over.
Perhaps that's what he's thinking about, although it's not quite necessary, all these boundaries. But that was a bad ball. The fine leg is up. Once the fine leg is up, you can't afford to be bowling short and on leg stump. That was heading down the leg side, and that got what it deserved. And the Bickle would presume would not have been thinking that he would have been called on to bowl at this stage, with Shane Warne still having a few overs to bowl.
He won't be out. Won't be out from around the wicket. You can't get an LBW from around the wicket unless the guy is way back and the ball hits and straightens. Too much angle. Okay, commentator might disagree, but as a batsman, I'd be very disappointed to be given out for that.
Well, it depends on exactly where you get hit, Bill. Unfortunately for Brian Lara, he got hit just outside the off stump. But he wasn't really a long way forward. Coming round the wicket, if the ball is well pitched up and you get hit in line, there's no reason why the umpire can't give you out LBW, but he was hit just outside the line of off stump on that occasion.
14 off 15, 5 wickets in hand. In comes Bickle, charging in from the members' end. Lara thrashes it down to long off a single. Probably a good thing to get Samuels on strike here. Lara goes to 88. Could be, well, he won't probably get 300s on the trot. Run out of runs required. He was 38 off 82 balls at one stage, so what a turnaround. It's lifted the strike rate from 38 to 82. That's a big hit. That's going all the way. Robert Samuels comes to the picnic. It's on the roof. It's a long hit. What a batting performance by the West Indies.
Well, people back home at Melbourne Cricket Club will know of Robert Samuels' ability to hit on the onside, but this is a big hit. To hit a fast bowler like Andy Bickle straight, a long way over long on, that was a big hit.
Off the over from Andy Bickle. 5 for 261 after 48. Shane Moore, very good knock. He's hardly batted of late. 3 off 7. Still got to be got, but looks good night Australia in the current United Series as far as the finals are concerned. Oh, chipped it over the top. He's out. Got in. So Lara falls. Caught ball by Warren off the final delivery of the 49th over. That's not over yet. Can you believe that? It's looking for 2, but what an innings. Out for 90. Well, this crowd and all our viewers will have their fingers and legs and everything crossed here for Australia, because he was just chipping for 2 there, or even a single to carry too far. And it went straight down the throat of Captain Mark Talbot. What an innings.
A brilliant innings by Brian Lara. He was struggling a bit at the beginning of that innings, but he certainly exploded in the latter stages. Hit the West Indies team right back into the picture. And certainly if they lose it from here, it will not be Brian Lara's fault. He played a magnificent innings. But his dismissal certainly has given Australia another sniff. He certainly exploded in the latter stages. Hit the West Indies team right back into the picture. And certainly if they lose it from here, it will not be Brian Lara's fault. He played a magnificent innings. But his dismissal certainly has given Australia another sniff. Here, they certainly have another chance here. 6 balls to come, 3 runs to get, and the brand new batsman coming out. One would think that it would be Adrian Griffith coming. Yes, it is. But you have got Robert Samuels on strike.
Well, Australia, I think, would settle from a tie here. And they still hope to win, but you'd think they'd get 3 off the last over with 4 wickets in hand, but a tie will keep Australia in the race for the finals. Adrian Griffith hasn't made a run up backward point. That's Steve Waugh. He's in close. Taylor's close at mid-wicket. So can he get a wicket here, Bickle, and become a hero? He stops it. Dot ball. Well, there you go. 5 balls to go. That was going for 4 too. He got his hand to it. It was hinted to the pitch. A good knockdown. Well, Australia wants a wicket.
Well, Andy Bickle trying his best to keep the ball as full as possible. I think that's exactly what he has to do at this stage. Try and bowl full and straight. Very important at this stage that you as the bowler, if the batsman misses, you hit.
Yes, and they want a wicket here. There it is. What a good clean hit to take the match. It runs into the gather, and a great victory for the West Indies. Give them full credit. A magnificent effort by Robert Samuels, and Brian Lara has snatched this victory away from Australia in front of 27,000 fans at the WAC, and I don't think the Australian players can believe it. They really are in with a big chance. They defended well early, but the West Indians dressing room is happy, and why not? A great win, Michael Holding.
Certainly a great win by the West Indies team. We were saying earlier on that they had chased 2 big totals before, 280 up at Brisbane, 260 against Pakistan on Friday, and here again chasing 268 and got them. Halfway through the innings, one would have thought they wouldn't have gotten there, but they got there, and in the end reasonably comfortably. Good innings by Lara and excellent innings by the young Robert Samuels.
And we mustn't forget Junior Murray early on either. I thought his 56 was invaluable. We got him away to a good start. In fact, Lara got them in a bit of a hole. He was so slow early, but in the end, along with Chanderpaul, they got a good partnership going in Chanderpaul. Once again, a very consistent performer, 49 off 52. Jimmy Adams a duck. Carl Hooper sacrificed himself, but then in the end, Robert Samuels and Brian